What's up everybody, Gamerboy for Life here, and I'm back for another video on my hack client series. In this video, I'm going to be doing two things. One, I'm going to be revamping the entire main menu, and then after, I'm going to show you how to make a module that can display anything to the screen. So we should be able to make looking back on this, there was a different way to do the tab GUI. I didn't have to initiate this through the center class and through the Minecraft code. Sorry, I just woke up. Yeah, it's 1:30 and I just woke up. Anyways, so let's just get straight into the video. Well, actually, let me just say this real quick. I mean, if you ever use the worst hack client, you know you can draw a taco image to your screen, so I'm just gonna be doing that. Well, first off, we're going to be making a custom main menu. For this, let's go to Google. I'm going to look up a 1080p cool background. You guys should do the same. Just find any image you want. Let's say this. You can see it's 1920 by 1080p. What you're going to do is save that image to your desktop or downloads. We're going to go into Coding Pro or wherever you have your hack client base at, which mine's in here. We're gonna go to the source Minecraft folder. We're gonna go assets Minecraft. You won't have a package under your name unless you've already been doing something with assets already. So just create a new folder with your client name, and you're gonna drag that image into here and just rename it like main menu or main menu background. In my case, that's what I named mine. Well, once you do that, we can go inside of Eclipse. I'm gonna go into GUI and make a new class. We're gonna name this class main menu. This class will extend the GUI screen class from Minecraft, and we're gonna add a few things in here. One is gonna be public main menu. We're gonna do public void init GUI. We will do public void draw screen, and in here we're gonna set integer called mouse x, another integer called mouse y, and we're gonna float the partial ticks. We're gonna go down and do public void mouse clicked int mouse x int mouse y, and we're gonna int button in here. So once we create our background and with the buttons under GUI draw screen, so I'm gonna add in a note for you guys here. We're gonna draw the wallpaper and the buttons. So this draws the wallpaper and the buttons, and this just basically sets what buttons do. I know I keep capitalizing some, not capitalizing the others. We're gonna add one more method in here. We're gonna do public void on GUI closed. But in reality, we are only gonna be working with these two methods. We're not gonna be doing anything with these. So let's just draw our wallpaper for now in draw screen. So what we're gonna do is mc.get texture manager.bind texture, and we'll do a new resource location. And the resource name, we're up here under assets, you should see your folder with your name of the image now. Dang, I need to wake up. So in quotes, we're gonna do paradox/main menu background.jpg. Also, whatever image you find, I would really recommend it be a JPEG file. It just helps out. So after this, we actually got to draw it now. So we'll do this dot draw model rectangle with custom size. We're gonna do 0, 0, 0, 0. For this, we will do this dot width. For this, with this dot height, Same for these two. So this dot width, this dot height. Bam. So now that draws it. So in order to test this, we actually have to hook our main menu class into Minecraft. So in order to do that, what I'm gonna do is bring this up a little bit so I can see my console. We're gonna go up here to search. We're gonna do file search, and we're gonna look for this, the GUI main menu. So it will go through every single file and look for that code. As you can see, it already found some. Alright, so for this, we will not be messing with the GUI main menu class, but all these other ones we need to change. So GUI game over, let's click on the first instance, and let's just change this to say main menu, and we get import our main menu. I'm gonna copy this onto this one, and bam, that class is done. Now we can do GUI endgame, change it, import it, change all of these, bam, that class is done. So skipping GUI main menu is that way in the future, if you ever want, you can just jump back to the original menu, but we're not going to be doing that, so I'm just not even going to touch it. So that's everything for the GUI folder. Now we need to do network import. We'll delete the import for the main menu, come down here and change that to main menu and import. Yep. Alrighty, so now render, we'll delete the import of it, change all of these to the main menu, and we'll import our main menu class, and that should get rid of all the errors. Yep. Now we're gonna go into Minecraft.java. Gotta do the same thing here. So the import I'm gonna delete, which is all main menu, and we'll import it here. Now that can be kind of hard to follow along, but I'm gonna show you. If you guys did it right, we're gonna rerun the search, and it shouldn't come back with anything but the GUI main menu class. Yep, it only came back with GUI main menu. So we're good there. And one way we can test this out is actually launching Minecraft really quick. So now that it's loading Paradox client, it should, and we are getting this. And give me 1 second. I messed something up here. I'm always messing stuff up, man. So, Paradox, main menu. Oh, that's why I need to change this to dot. Yep. Control S, and bam. Now we have our background. I like this. It actually I didn't notice this when I picked this image. There's a tag on the bottom right. So the way I'm gonna cover this up, I'm just gonna add a gradient to this wallpaper. So this dot draw gradient rectangle. We will do 0 for left, top will be height minus 100, right will be width, then height. The start color will be 0x, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 zeros. End color will be 0x, ff, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, I can actually show you what this does before I save it. Oh, I don't want to stretch it out yet. Whoops. What's my dog doing? Alright. If I press Control S, as you can see, it kind of just blurs it out. So we'll do height minus, if I change this to say 80 or 120. Yeah, I like that better. So now it just adds this cool like darkened gradient. Now what we can do is we need to start adding stuff to here. So what I'm gonna do is this dot draw centered string for font render, and we will do mc dot font render object. The text is just gonna be the paradox dot name. I like setting this to the variable we set of name rather than changing the name independently, because now if we ever change the name or if we ever change what name equals inside of paradox, it will automatically change it, which is pretty sweet. For x, I'm gonna do width divided by 2f. For y, I'm gonna do height divided by 2.5f, and subtract mc.font render object dot font height, and we're gonna divide that by 2f. And the color, I'm just gonna have -1 for now. So now if I press control, or not yet, I don't want to crash my game yet, control S, as you can see we have our paradox here. I think that's a little too small, so what we're gonna do for this is gl state manager dot push matrix. I'm gonna copy gl state manager because we gotta do it a couple more times. Right here we'll do dot translate. I want to, or we'll translate the width divided by 2f, y will be height divided by 2f, and z will be 0. I'm gonna make this all organized. So now we will do dot scale. I want to make this about 3 times bigger, so we'll do 331. You can make it bigger by however many you want. As you can see, it went away and we're getting Stack Overflow errors for now. That's gonna happen. We will do dot translate, and we're gonna translate it by the negative. So right here we'll do negative width divided by 2f. For y, we're gonna do basically the same, so negative height divided by 2f, and the z will be 0. And as you see, that displays it perfectly. We're gonna come down to here, gl state manager dot pop matrix, and that should stop. Yep, that stops the overflow errors. So now you can see we have a big logo on the top of our screen, which is what I want. No matter how big you make it, it will always be set in the same place. Like, mess up the stretchiness of it. Works perfectly. So now we need to add our buttons in. So for this, we're gonna have fun here. So for this, we're just gonna come up here. I'm gonna make a string using the brackets, so you can do a lot of them. So buttons, this will equal, we'll make a button for single player, we'll make a button for multiplayer, we'll make a button, I'm gonna make one for the alt manager, even though technically our alt manager is out of date, like it won't work anymore now that we have to have a Microsoft login to play Minecraft. So eventually I will get around to, I might update it. It just depends if the makers of our current alt manager end up making a new one. So really just depends on that. So now that we have our buttons, we're gonna do a string or an integer, name it count, set it to 0. We will do for string name buttons. So for buttons, what I'm gonna do here real quick is float x and set this to equal width divided by buttons dot length. We will multiply this by the count plus width divided by buttons dot length, and divide this whole thing by 2f. We'll add, let's say 8, we can change this number in the future, and we will subtract mc.font render object.get string width. This will be the total width of it, and divide that by 2f as well. So 2f plus 8. Alright. And this needs to subtract. There we go. We're going to come down and we're going to do another float, and we're going to set this to y, and we're going to do height minus 20. Now we can draw our buttons. So for this, I'm going to do this dot draw centered string. mc.fontRenderObject. The text will be the name that we set earlier up here, so the name is the buttons. So mouse X, we're gonna do, we're just set it to X, and Y will be Y. The color I'm gonna set to -1 for now. So now if I press Control S, oh, they're all crunched together. I forgot to add count ++. And now if we press Control S, we have all of our buttons. But as you can see, they are not centered whatsoever. So I'm gonna come up here and change this. We'll change the 8 to a 10. What if I do like 25? I like that. The 25 is pretty good. Now if we increase the size, they're all separated. For some reason, I cannot figure this out. If you guys can, let me know. There is a giant gap between language and quit. I think it's just because these are all longer words in general, and quit is such a short word that it just messes up. So now what I want to do is have it so if we hover over one of these buttons, it will highlight in a color. And yeah, that's a pretty simple thing to do. So underneath all these floats, we're gonna make a boolean and name it hovered. All right, we're gonna set this to equal mouse X is greater than or equal to X, and if mouse Y is greater than or equal to Y, and mouse X it's less than X plus the MC font render object dot get string width, the text will be name, and if mouse Y less than Y plus MC dot font render object dot font height. So I will say, pause the video for a second and copy all this down. All right, because I am messing with this in different sizes because we're actually drawing live stuff to the screen. All right, so now that we've done that, we can do, come here, so -1, I'm gonna get rid of -1 for a second. What we're gonna do is do hovered, which is the boolean we just made, and we're gonna make it's like an inline true or false statement basically when we do a question mark. So now we get to select what color we want it to be when it's highlighted. For that, I'm gonna use the same color I did when we drew our Paradox logo. So this color, if it's being hovered over, and if not, it's just gonna continue to be white. If I press Control S, and now, yep, if we hover over, it's a little wonky. It only registers the right side of the text for some reason. So just give me 1 second, I will figure that part out for you. Okay, I think I figured it out. So for our X method, we actually manually have to type it in because it is a little different than this X interval. So for X, we will do width divided by buttons dot length, and we're gonna multiply this by count and add width divided by buttons dot length. We will divide this by 2f and add 8 to this one, and that should fix that. It's still the same. So why is it doing that? I had to mess something up inside the boolean. So if it's hovered greater than 8, why did I type this right? Let me change this back to an 8 plus 8. Yep, there we go. Now it's working. Now if we hover over, as you can see, it works pretty well. Like, Now we can actually do stuff. But as you can see, if we click these, nothing happens. Even quit doesn't work. So I'm just gonna exit out of my client for now. How long is the recording? 20 minutes, we're doing fine. Alright, so now for the buttons, we're going to copy this entire line, paste it in here, and we will do for string name buttons, because we had to reset the buttons variable because we're in a new method. We will do or here real quick, I need to make a integer count instead of the 0. So now in here we can do we'll actually just copy and paste these 3 items down under here. There we go. So now we can actually do our buttons. So we're gonna do if. Sorry. I'm gonna get rid of this and we'll do if in front of it. We're gonna make this a if statement. So if this happens, we will do switch name, and this is where it gets fun. Now we get to do what each button does. I just press Ctrl Shift F to reformat the code. So for this we will do case the name equals single player. Gotta make sure these all are the same, so single player. Then we will do mc.display GUI screen, a new GUI select world. The parent screen will be this. We'll come down and type break. That's it for single player. I'm actually gonna add a little bit of room. So under this one, we will do I cannot type. So case the button equals multiplayer. We will do mc.display GUI screen. We will do a new GUI multiplayer, and the parent screen's this. And once again, we're gonna break. Now we can do case. It equals alt manager. We'll do mc.display GUI screen, new GUI alt manager, which is our class. We don't have to set any variables for that one. And we'll break. Now we need to go down to case the button equals settings. We will do mc.display GUI screen. We're gonna do new GUI options. So the first variable will be this, next will be mc.game settings. And we'll break here. We will do case the language button is hit. So if the language button's hit, we'll do mc.display GUI screen, new GUI language. The screen will be this, game settings will be mc.game settings, and the manager will be mc.get language. Once again, we'll break. Now we can do case the button equals quit. We'll do mc.shutdown and break again. So that should be it for our main menu class. Now if we launch, this should theoretically just work. So loading the client. Now if we hover over single player, it gets hovered, click on it, and I messed something up. So for some reason when single player is selected, it opens up the language menu. What about multiplayer? Alt manager, settings. Yep, none of these are working now. So let me just take a look. I typed something wrong. No, I did not type anything wrong. But I must have, because it's not working, right? Alright, give me 1 second. And it's shut down. Alright, so right here, we're gonna come down and do count plus plus. I forgot to add this. Now that should work. Alright, so now if we click single player, yep, it opens up the select world. Multiplayer opens up the multiplayer screen. Alt manager, it reopens our alts. And yes, I do have these buttons now. I am trying to get a file manager working. I was trying to get a file manager working before, well, Microsoft made it so you only can log in with Microsoft accounts. Settings opens up settings. Language opens up the language menu, and quits the game. Alright, so how far along are we? We are 26 minutes. I think I can squeeze this in real quick. So that's everything for the main menu. Now I'm going to show you guys how to render like images onto your screen. If you don't want to be here for that, this will be the end of the video for you. But I'm going to continue on. We're going to go into module. I'm going to make a new class. Oh crap, I forgot to make a new package for this. So miscellaneous. Let's do, and so they worst had a taco image. How about we do like Hello Kitty? Yep, I'm gonna do a Hello Kitty module. So everything in here will be the same. Just adding the constructors and all that. We will do name as Hello Kitty. Set keybind to 0 and category will be miscellaneous. We will do public void on render, and in here we will do if this dot is toggled. We will, alright, so let's find an image now. So let's find a Hello Kitty PNG. I don't know why I chose Hello Kitty. Oh my god. Alright, so let's just find one. This should work. That doesn't look like it's PNG. That's not either. This one, I think, will be. Nope. How about this one? We'll save it. Save the image. I'm gonna save this to my desktop. Sorry, I just gotta wait for my computer to load. I need to upgrade so badly. And I'm just gonna name this Hello Kitty.png. Download it. Alright, so now on our desktop should have the image. Go into coding, or wherever your client base is. We'll go back into source, Minecraft assets, Minecraft paradox, and drag that image into there. Now we should have the Hello Kitty.png. If not, right click and refresh. And now what we can do, basically going to be the same thing we did for the draw screen. We will do mc.get texture manager.bind texture to a new resource location. String name is going to be the image, so paradox slash hello kitty .png. And we will do this dot draw, or sorry, we need to do GUI screen dot draw model rectangle. For X, I'm gonna start this at 30. Same with Y, we'll set U and V to 0. The width of the image, let's do 50, and the height of 8. The texture width will be the same thing. Now if we just put this module in here, so new mod, new Hello Kitty. Don't press Control Shift O in this class unless you want to break all your imports. I'm going to change this to a star, add a little space between these. So now all of our module categories are already imported, which is sweet. So let me launch the game and I'll be right back with you. Alright, so now that we're in game, I'm gonna open up the miscellaneous, and as you can see it's here. And to show you on our tab Oh, I broke the tab GUI. I guess I will have to mess with that. We'll do miscellaneous Hello Kitty, and as you can see, now it's drawing to the screen. And all we gotta do to move where it starts is change these first two. So let's say I want this at Y of 60, or X at 60 and Y at 60. That will change the location of the image. So X, Y, and there we go. That's really it. So now I have a Hello Kitty on my screen. I pressed the wrong button. What is it? F1. There we go. F1 hides it all. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you did watch the very end, comment the word banana so I know that you guys watched this part of the video. And if you guys did enjoy, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. By the time of recording this, I'm only like 5 subscribers away from 1,000, and I'm trying to hit it. I'm gonna make a new gaming setup video, and I'm going to release my Discord server to the public. So I will see you guys all in the next video. Peace out.